Hello and welcome to this mod first look video. Today we're going to be taking a look at a pair of mods by WOLFex Modding. There's going to be the GORENC GRANOTER SUPRA 5M and the GORENC SOILER 300. Let's jump in, let's go. So for these two we need to go into store and down to soil cultivation. Our first one is going to be under cultivators. It's the GRANOTER SUPRA 5M. So if we come down, there it is, the GORENC GRANOTER SUPRA 5M 12,500. Very nice looking cultivator. It has a 5 meter working width. It weighs 2.7 tons, requires 170 horsepower, and has a working speed of 10 miles per hour. No options on it. Comes as it is. It looks really nice. We'll get one of these down on the farm and have a closer look at it. And then the second mod we're going to be looking at, the SOILER 300, is under disc arrows. Go down, you see the GORENC SOILER 300, 9,000. And with this one we've got a few options. We can have an APV little seed hopper on there. And we can also have warning signs. Again, a lovely looking mod. That brings it from 9,000 with those added extras. That's 4,500 up to 13,500. The seed hopper holds 300 litres. It weighs 1.8 tons. It requires 130 horsepower. There's a 3 meter working width and a maximum working speed of 9 miles per hour. So let's get one of these down on the farm and have a closer look at it. So the SOILER and the GRANOTER SUPRA 5M have been delivered. This is the SUPRA 5M. Really nice looking model. Nice detail on this. Looks really good. These are, if I can remember the blurb correctly, Slovenian, a Slovenian brand. A very popular Slovenian brand. A family-run business that's been going for quite a while. So yeah, these are really nice to have in the game. Something different. Fits in with the nice little European maps, no doubt we will see, and also with Zelenka, to be fair. So, yeah, cracking. Yeah, good detail. We've got our stickers on, our nuts and bolts. We can see everything, which is always good when we've got that detail of everything looks its own part. We've got our hoses. We'll see how that all connects later. And then over here we've got our SOILER 300. We've got the hopper on. We can plant a little bit of grass, cover crop, or canola. I do have a bag of seed in the shed that we can stick in here, and we'll probably plant some cover crop as we go. But again, a lovely looking model. Nice and clean, nice and tidy, great detail. Even got a little spanner on here to sort ourselves out with. Really nice. So let's get these down on a field and get some work done. I've brought my seed bag over, so we'll get the SOILER 300 attached, and we'll give that a fill with set to oilseed radish. Hopefully we can get a fill. Well, I haven't been able to get the seed in from trying to fill from the side, so hopefully it'll take a little from the top, and it does. So we have to fill this one from the top, which is absolutely fine. It's how it should be. Get a bit lazy with the fill off the side thing, so we'll raise this up and we'll get this back down to our field. Now that we've got them down to our field, you can see that the GRANOTER SUPRA 5M does fold up, makes it much easier for transport. It can also be stored in its folded position, so you can detach this folded or unfolded, entirely up to you. But while we've got it up, we can see the details underneath. We've got the nuts, screws and bolts underneath on the shanks, on the tines. Great detail. Really nicely finished. I do like it. I also think for its size, its price is really good. You know, it's only, what was it? 12.5 grand? That's pretty cheap. 5 meter working width. Fits in great with any sort of European, British, or sort of smaller sized farm, small to medium farm. So 170 horsepower. We've got, I think, like 225 in the white, so no trouble here. So I will just bring up my little menu just in case we have one of those options for a different type of depth or working that we sometimes get. Animation was quite nice. We've got a little bit of bounce as we're coming across, which is pretty cool. So we've got that animation of coming over the top of the soil. As long as it doesn't bounce too much that we lose contact, then that's all alright. Again, we can see everything's turning on the back there to give us our flattened cultivated soil. The dirt is digging up nicely on the tines. Get a little bit of dust. As you can see, it's got a pretty good working speed. So at 5 miles an hour, at 5 meter working width, at 11 miles an hour, you can get a lot of work done. It's a lovely, lovely cultivator, that. I do like it. Got a little bit of bounce there. It's a little bit strange, maybe settling itself. If I lift it up, will it settle? Put it back down again. Yeah, it just has a little bit of a bounce with the terrain. I think when you're going along, that's fine. Maybe want to detach it pretty early on if you've got it lowered back on the farm. But let's have a little look at the SOILER 300. We can have a little closer look at this while it's up as well, so you can see the discs in there interlocking in direction. Got the single roller on the back. Guess our seed is going to drop down, so it's going to go through those hoses. Maybe get spread by that at the end there. As it comes out, hits that, and spread along. I'm sure it makes it pretty even. But yeah, looks nice. Got a nice light reflection on it as well. Really nicely finished. So let's give it a whirl. So we are set for oilseed radish. So we'll get that lowered. Turn it on. So we're just giving it a light disc. Then planting our cover crop in as we go. Again, perfect for the smaller type Eastern European farms, or even, you know, a small British farm. If you want to do some cover cropping, or if you want to get some grass in, or if you've got a small field and you just want to get some canola in, do it all in one sweep. Looking good. We can see we've got the dirt kicking up on the discs. Our rollers flattening everything down, nice and smooth. Really good. And if we put our foot down, 10 miles an hour on this is what we're getting. I felt sure it said like 8 or 9, but if we get 10, how quick can you go doing that? But this one does stay nice and steady on the back. And if we look at our map, as you can see, we've got our cultivated area here. And then this is with our oilseed radish in. Now, where we were going nice and slow and smooth, it's nice and full. Where I put my foot down and we started going 10 miles an hour, it doesn't look like it's got such good distribution. So we probably want to make sure that we are going at about 8 miles an hour. So what I'm going to do, I want to go back down the end there. We're going to do a second strip, and I want to do it with an 8 mile an hour set as my speed and see if it comes out a little bit better. So back at our field edge, we'll drop it down, turn it on. You'll see down bottom right, I do have my cruise control set at 8 miles an hour. If we turn on the cruise, I might even go down slower. So if we go to 7, it's nice and smooth. We'll give it a strip. We'll end up meeting where we were. Just want to see if that gives us a better coverage, or if it just does have, you know, a little bit of randomness to it. It might give us perfect growth in there, I don't know. Perhaps I'll accelerate some time and see what comes through. Well, that should do us. We're at the same length, but again, in the map, as you can see, it's quite sporadic on where it has planted. Perhaps we should have done it with grass or canola as well, just to see. So again, I did a full strip and I went with canola. And as you can see, it's showing that it's planted very sparingly. So I am going to accelerate time, and we're going to see if we can get some growth through to see how it's going to grow through where we've planted it. So we've jumped forward a month, and as you can see, the oilseed radish has come through quite sparingly. Where I was slower though, it is fuller. There's more of it. And the same again on here. The canola, that's a little bit yeah, there and everywhere. That's looking thinner than my hairline. So you might need to go a lot slower to do it, or since you're just maybe using it as a cover crop, it's not such a problem if you're going to just plow it back in. But I think without precision farming, you know, it's still going to put a full load of fertilizer down, because you're not going to have the accuracy that we have when we have precision farming in Farm Sim, and obviously we don't have that in FS25. Now this may be a touch of realism that's coming in with this, because it is hitting that back plate and then spreading out the seeds. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments on this one. If it is, it's pretty cool. If not, then perhaps I just need to keep driving slower and slower until I find a speed that allows us to get full coverage. But that is the GORENC GRANOTER SUPRA 5M and the GORENC SOILER 300. The amount of times I've stumbled over that doing this video is insane. Both are by WOLFex modding. Both beautiful models. Both offer something different. And yeah, I'm uncertain as to the seed coverage, but if it's supposed to be like that, then that's pretty cool. If it's not supposed to be like that, maybe we'll see an update, or maybe a lower working speed. I think if you're not planting any seed, being able to work at a decent speed is good. If you're planting seed, maybe bring it down 6 miles an hour, 5 miles an hour, whatever will give you the best coverage. But I've really enjoyed having a look at these. I think they're pretty cool. We might try and get some of these into a series on the channel, especially the SOILER 300, just so I can play about with it a little bit more and see how to get it working perfect. But hopefully you've enjoyed this first look video. If you have, give it a big fat thumbs up down below. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, turn the bell notification on, find out when new videos are going live. As always, comments and feedback down there. You guys have a wonderful day. As you can tell, I'm still struggling with my voice, but hopefully I will see you again soon. Bye bye.